Breaking news out of Taiwan, where a powerful earthquake has collapsed buildings and caused a tsunami in southern Japan. This video right here is from Taipei, Taiwan. It shows the strong shaking. This earthquake, magnitude 7.5, which is a major quake in the region. There are reports that people may be trapped in some of those collapsed buildings. We have seen video of landslides caused by this. This is some video from inside one building. You can see the force of the shaking here. Thankfully, the person that took this video is okay, as you know, some of his belongings seem to fall off the shelves. But we have seen dramatic images start to come in. This all happening within the last hour, Marla. Reports of a tsunami wave that could reach about 10 feet, potentially moving in the region as well. Thankfully for us here, there's no danger for California, no tsunami expected here, but we are thinking about and praying for the folks in that region tonight. Yeah,
so you mentioned the threat of a tsunami of up to 3 meters, which to Alex's point is almost 10 feet. This is for the southern Japanese island group of Okinawa, as we're now looking at this map, just to give you better perspective. So again, this striking not long ago, magnitude 7.5. We live in earthquake country. We've dealt with them here in Los Angeles, in California, up and down California, so we know how significant a 7.5 is. When you hear of collapsed buildings and mudslides, landslides as a result of this, you can only imagine what they are dealing with. Now, the quake struck at 7:58 a.m., and here's a look at some more video coming into the newsroom. You see the dust there, the person.
And this building here is off its foundation and is basically on its side, which is scary. We do not see in that video the building collapse itself, but we do know from witnesses telling news agencies in the area that there are some buildings that have collapsed, and with it you can only presume that there are going to be injuries and deaths when you have a collapsed building, which is obviously a very scary thing. And the other thing, you think about the time, as you just mentioned, the fact that there were probably people asleep still, or getting up for the day.
Or in office buildings.
Or in office buildings as well.
7:58 a.m.
You know, so a combination of all of those things could be impacted at that time in the morning. You also think about the damage from a tsunami wave. As we pointed out in the last hour, you know, this tsunami wave is potentially 10 feet. The one that hit Fukushima was 130 feet, which is obviously one of the most dramatic tsunamis that we've seen in our lifetime. But this is going to cause significant damage in the region.
So our colleague, Christy Fajardo, she is actually in Japan. She's on vacation, a family vacation, and she has contacted us to let us know that she didn't feel it, but she has heard about evacuations in Taiwan. So she would be a good resource for us to lean on right now. We appreciate her taking the time out of her vacation, because obviously this is going to disrupt her there. Even if she didn't feel it. And we know in certain areas that there have been sirens warning folks to head to higher ground in some of the areas that would be most prone to a tsunami. We have those sirens here in Southern California, places like Marina del Rey that are under sea level, where there actually are signs that warn you of where to go in case there were a tsunami that was hitting us. Again, that's not coming to us, but that is not a sound you want to hear if you're living in those areas. And so folks heading for higher ground in that area right now. Well, obviously, if you have any connection to this area and know of somebody in distress, you can get that information to us. You can find us on all socials. Our station handle is @Fox11 Los Angeles on Twitter. Please send us some information as we are working to gather more information and videos into our newsroom. So again, a 7.5 magnitude earthquake struck at 7:58 a.m. So that would be Wednesday morning off the coast of Taiwan. And just to be clear, our Twitter handle is FoxLA. So if people are contacting us there, also
foxla.com. We just got word that Lucy Jones, who is, of course, the earthquake expert in Southern California, is going to be joining us at 6:30 to provide some more perspective on all of this as well. So obviously this is a huge deal, and we're going to continue to gather information on it, gather video on it, and go back to it throughout our newscasts.